Once there was a bridal chest, into which we placed memories and the fruit of our labors that we didn't want touched. And once there was a jewelry box, where we stored our most precious possessions, or a mirror frame into which we saw our reflection every day. Maybe a small chest, a chair, an armchair, a Quran reading stand. We want to introduce you to the craft of mother of pearl inlay marquetry in Gaziantep. Gaziantep is the only province which does mother of pearl inlay marquetry. However, there was a lot of interest in marquetry during the Ottoman period in the 15th and 18th centuries. Dalgıç Ahmet Ağa and chief designer Mehmet Ağa had important roles during that period, as they started more than 100 workshops in Istanbul and employed more than 5,000 craftsmen. Unfortunately, during the difficult period of the Ottoman Empire, the craft also declined. That was until the time when there was a very good carpenter and furniture maker at Abdülhamit Han's Yıldız Palace, who established a workshop for mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry. Abdülhamit Han's foreign dignitaries were given these well-appreciated objects as gifts, and the craft gained its former glory. The year was 1912. This time, master craftsman Vasif Hoca opened a workshop in Beşiktaş. In fact, with his effort, the Istanbul Fine Arts Academy opened a division for mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry. After following the history of mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry step by step, let's see what state it is in today. Mother-of-pearl is obtained from the shells of some marine animals, such as mussels and oysters, and is a hard, white, and iridescent material that is called sedef, and those who work with it are called sedefkar. Mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry, which has an important place in Turkish Islamic handicrafts, continued its development with its unending geometric designs, including curls, branches, overlapping and connected paths and knots, and added stylized figures from nature such as tulips, carnations, and flowers, and animal figures. Gaziantep was introduced to mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry in the 1960s, and sadly today it is the only remaining province continuing this craft. According to oral tradition, a British tourist came to carpenter Hanifi Çetin in Gaziantep to have an old mother-of-pearl inlaid pistol repaired. As he repaired the pistol, he was impressed with the marquetry workmanship. He copied it and sold ones he had made to antique dealers in Istanbul. And that is how the souvenir mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry industry that our ancestors began was revived in Gaziantep. Let's examine the process of mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry. The craftsmen in Gaziantep generally prefer to use walnut. First, the design is drawn on the object. Then let's watch the steps and listen. The design is the width of the wire that will be cut into it. The wires are put into these paths of the design. The inside of the designs, surrounded by the wires, is carved out, and pieces of cut and prepared mother-of-pearl are arranged roughly in place. Then the mother-of-pearl is glued in place and left for a day to dry. After the drying process, it is leveled off. If a black color is wanted, it is then scorched. The final stage is to rub the surface with pure olive oil. After the oil has been absorbed well into the piece, it is painted with varnish to leave a shinier and cleaner surface. The mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry in Gaziantep is primarily motifs and shapes. You can see the imprints of the Seljuk and Ottoman culture in the workmanship. There are 50 workshops in our city, and the objects produced here have been more successful than those from Egypt and Syria. The designs are primarily inspired by those from Ottoman and Seljuk periods, and outlined with silver, lead, and yellow brass wires and alpaca thread. Here the craft has come to life, on the handles of weapons, on sets of armchairs, as mirror and picture frames, small chests, writing tables, Quran reading stands, candlesticks, tray holders, jewelry boxes, wedding chests, chairs, jewelry chests, small tables, telephone stands, ashtrays, cigarette holders, and rifle decorations. There is a large market for mother-of-pearl inlaid objects in the Middle East, and the addition it makes to the economy of the country cannot be taken lightly. For this reason, the majority of the products from the current workshops are designed for tourists. We have tried to give you the history of mother-of-pearl inlay marquetry and explain its significance in Gaziantep. We would like to remember all those who have contributed to this work accomplished by our craftsmen.